Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility, bringing you new album reviews all the damn time. Today we're going to take a look at the brand new debut album from this progressive metal / jazz fusion duo, brother duo, sibling duo from Italy. The band is called Asymmetric Universe. The album is A Memory and What Came After. Yes, I've got a vinyl review for you here today from Inside Out Music. Maybe you caught the two brothers on the recent Prog Corner live show this past Sunday. Right? Scott had both of them on. Let's take a look inside. We've got credits and info. I'll get to that in a second. I do want to show you something very, very cool. I mean, even though I'm not really much of a vinyl guy, I definitely can mark out a little bit over like blue vinyl like that. Look at that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So, like I mentioned, these guys play a blend of like progressive metal and fusion. Pretty damn good, I might add. Let's talk a little bit about the band first. Federico Vese on guitars, synthesizers, drums, and wind arrangement. A little bit of vocals. There's like little vocalizations on there. This is mainly an instrumental band. We've got Nicolo Vese on bass, piano, synthesizers, strings, and wind instruments. You got some studio cats helping out on here. We got Gabriele Bulita on drums, Simone Garino on saxophone, Cesare Mecca on trumpets, and then Raul Roa on violins and viola, Mitja Liboni on cello, Moises Pirela on viola, and Eugenio Catale on cello. I hope I'm saying those names correctly. Sal, what do you think? Not a bad, right? The Italian in me usually does a pretty good job of saying some of the Italian names. Other languages, yeah, not so much. Guest musicians, we got a couple all-stars here. We got Richard Henschel, of course, from Haken, guest guitar solo on one track. You've got Jared Yee, guest saxophone solo on one track as well. You've got, who let the dogs out? My wife's work phone. Drums engineered by Adam Nolly, Get Good, and recorded by Sebastian Sendin. Winds recorded by Mattia Garimiano. String quartet recorded by Mattia Garimano. What else? Trying to see what other information I can get you on here. Yeah, I think that's most everything. Let's see. Stuff that they played on. Mixed by Sebastian Sendin, mastered by Ermin Hamidovic. I'm assuming the brothers produced the album. It doesn't really say. But anyway, let's talk about the album here. So we've got 9 tracks in total. Let me put this back in the sleeve. And it's pretty high quality stuff. I kind of like some of these younger bands nowadays that are trying to incorporate like kind of like gent style progressive metal with fusion. I think it works really well because you get a little bit of the more aggressive, the kind of bombastic, rhythmic heaviness of the gent movement. If you don't know what gent is, it's kind of like this staccato, stop-start, polyrhythmic form of progressive metal, kind of started by Meshuggah way back in the day, but lots of other bands do this sort of thing nowadays. And it's just this kind of like herky-jerky, very deep and rhythmic way of pumping out riffs and rhythms and things like that. That's, very complex. And then when you kind of couple that with gorgeous jazzy guitar solos and flamenco stuff and things like that, it takes on a whole new light. And that's kind of what you get here. So these guys there are lots of kind of Latin flavors on this album, even though the guys are from Italy. I guess it's that whole kind of like Mediterranean romantic type thing. There's plenty of that going on here, but there's a lot of really good riffy things on here as well. You got the first track, which is called Kakwelikat, if that's how you pronounce it. Mr. Henschel appears on that, playing some blazing guitar. Amazing track, really good. Love the riffing, love the rhythms, and the production is just very, very, it's just very clean production. You hear all the instruments very high in the mix, but on equal footing. Just really, really nice listen. You got Fair Enough is another really great track, and then Don't Go Too Early is also really good. Reaction That features Jared Yee on saxophone. That's really nice. That's very jazzy, very, very cool. Recovery, Thirst for Stars. That's probably my least favorite song here. There's really not much going on. It's kind of like this like shortish instrumental thing, 3.5 minutes of kind of synths and not much going on. I'm not a huge fan of that one. But Feather on a Glass is really good. Dancing Through Contradictions rips. Apaco, it rips. Those Who Stay is excellent. Like I said, a lot of blazing solos on here, but all very tastefully done. Everything is very, very melodic. There's cool riffs on here. I really like, so I mentioned before, you know, you've got like the horns and things like that. I love when the horns show up on this and the violins and stuff. So like when you got Cesare adding in his trumpet, when you got the sax coming in, a couple of the later tracks, like I think it's Dancing Through Contradictions and Opaco, really, really nicely done. I love the inclusion of the violins and kind of the strings. Really, really good. And those pop up throughout the album. Just adds, it makes this much, much more than just your straight instrumental progressive metal album with, you know, chops galore and hey, you know, hey, see what I can do type of thing. There's a lot of variety on here. I think anybody who's into fusion, Eric Porter, George LeMay, if you're paying attention, I think you would really like this album. You know, Eric, I know Eric likes some kind of meat on the bones, like some grit on the guitars, like a little bit of guitar heaviness mixed with all the kind of like intricate and gorgeous and melodic fusion stuff. I think you'll really like this. Like I said, Eric loves violin. Lots of violin on here, lots of guitar on here, really cool synths. The drumming is amazing. Yeah. I can't say anything bad about this. I really enjoy this a lot. It scratches the itch for some progressive metal for me. It scratches the itch for fusion for me. Really, really good stuff. I'm going to give this 4.5 out of 5 star. This is, like I said, A Memory and What Came After from Asymmetric Universe, the duo from Italy. Two brothers. Really, really good. What else here? Debut album for the progressive metal and jazz fusion featuring guest appearances from Richard Henschel from Haken and Jared Yee from Sungazer. Transparent blue, black marbled vinyl. I don't see no black in it. It looks all blue to me. But yeah, really, really good. And go check it out. I'm going to drop the link to the Bandcamp page down below for you guys to check it out. You can listen to the entire album right from the Bandcamp page. You can also order I think it's digital from the Bandcamp page, but if you go to the Inside Out page, you can get this on CD, vinyl, or digital. I think Ken Golden also has this in stock, if I'm not mistaken. This just released like a week ago. So brand new, hot off the presses. Go check it out. Asymmetric Universe. There's a hot new band on the scene, folks. Go investigate and visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options. All down there. Thanks a lot, folks. It's greatly appreciated, all your support. We'll see you soon here with more stuff coming up. We've got, speaking of Ken Golden, we've got the Professor's Picks coming up on Friday. We've got 4 Fusion Friday. That's right. This crew coming up. An all Kazumi Watanabe episode Friday evening. We've got the UK Connection on Saturday featuring a ranking the songs on a classic album. That classic album is ELO's A New World Record. And then on Sunday, along with John Gaffney, Rich Catino, and Joe DiBiase, I will be ranking the albums of the great U.S. metal band Obsession. So that's all coming up over the next couple days and more. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.